Get my big head in this thing. What's up, guys? You guys doing all right today? Woohoo! All right, let's see what's going on. We got Creighton. Welcome, dude. First, flapping lips. What's up, buddy? I like this song, dude. I like that. Oh, wait, hold on.
I like this song, dude.
Hold on.
I like that.
I forgot to do my stuff. Here we go. I'm curious. Oh man, the new wheels on the Raminator. Them things are nice, and I'm gonna get the blue rings to go with it for that body right there. That thing is amazing. I've got a brand new cage for that, and I just ordered today a whole bunch of stainless bolts to go on this thing. That will be the show body. Okay. Like if I go to a show or something, that's what I'm going to take. If I'm going to bash around in the backyard and do stupid things, chances are good I'm not going to take that one. I'm going to put the red body on there and just have fun with that because there's no sense in messing that up. That's a brand new body. Tony, CCXRC, actually sent me a clear body for this. Okay. Robert Pezza, Scale Rat, came up with the design. And, I'm trying to think of the name of the guys that actually made the laminate. I have to look it up for you guys. But yeah, they actually did it, and then he applied it. Oh, man, I have that on my mind. I was totally ready to talk about all that, too. And I had a brain fart. Let me see here. Let me see. You guys will probably pull it up before I do. Let me see. Hold on. Just relax. It's gonna happen. Dark Side actually did that, and then he applied it. So yeah, I was trying to figure that out. I was trying to think Dark Embers or Firestarter, but anyway, not them. All right, so let's get to you guys here. Jeremy, what's up? Nick, hey buddy. Tim, thank you. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome, man. And it's only gonna be held in with like the front and rear body clips. I'm not even putting the side stuff on it. I'm just leaving it. It's just a show body. Kapersky, what's up, buddy? South Florida, dude. That thing is nice, and that video is up for channel members. However, I only show this at the end of the video because it's not mounted on anything. But if you're a member and you saw the video, what do you think about it? I thought it kind of turned out pretty good in my opinion here. How you doing? New IFS Enduro. I saw it. I don't know. It's got a $299 price tag from what I understand, so it's not outrageous, but it's built on the SE platform. So if that's the case, then it's going to have all the bushings, in which I've got bearing sets here. For the Senduro SE, I believe the same bearings are what's needed to go with the new one. I believe it uses the same bearings, but I'm not 100% sure. But I have kits for those. David Smith. Dominic, what's up? Chainsaw. Erock. What's up, buddy? How you doing, you guys? See the new, yep. What's going on, everyone? My son's 10U baseball playoff game. Stepping in for a bit. Well, dude, awesome. Glad to have you, Addicted. Raminator looks so smooth when landing. Yeah, Creighton, the suspension was working great. It was actually easier to get flat landings off the bigger jumps. I guess it had more time to slowly come around. But in that thing had that new 560 kV motor, and punch was setting at 1 on that. That thing, if I was to turn it up, just like I say in the video, if I was to turn that thing up, it would probably just, it would break something. It's insanely strong. I mean, it's not even funny how strong that thing is. I'm a Top Gun. What's up, buddy? Discovery / Marcus Grizzly. Minnesota, what's up? Robert, what's up, man? From Tampa. You're from Tampa, so you're about, what, 3 hours south of me? Up here on Jacksonville, Florida, here. Brian, what's up? TRX4 High Trail 72 Blazer. Nice. I kind of want a high trail truck, but more like just something for display, if that makes any sense. I think it'd be good on the trail and for looking good. That's kind of my thing with that one. What is a must-have for a two-wheel drive VXL brushless rustler? Dominic, probably a good set of quality rear axle shafts. If yours still has the plastic ones, they're probably close to popping, especially if you land under throttle. They will pop. So that's usually something that needs to be done on those. Good love. Oh, you got a Phoenix kit? I got a kit in the other day too. Lon, there is no Sam. There is only Castiel. But I got that to build. Oh, looks like the reflection is making it to where you guys can't even see it. Huh? Drag / axles. Yep, that'll work. In fact, I'm running those on my Bandit from Exotech, I believe it is. Did I get my question answered about my bearings? You're talking about all the time when I touch water, they freeze up? Hey, look, RC Mad Labs. What's up? 11 p.m. Dang! What's up, Nitro Guy? Yeah, Nitro Guys, welcome here. People are putting 85,000 RPM to the pavement. Oh, that's ridiculous. But I got this to put together. I got another kit build going on, and I finally got a BRX. Sweet. Yep, BRX02. I finally got one. So I figured this would be a nice scale build for things like USTE display models and all that. So it should be pretty nice. Maybe do a scale drive with it or something. But it should be pretty neat. I'll probably do a full build video on that, which takes forever to do, but I'll see what I can do on that. Was it scheduled for 11? It was supposed to be scheduled for 7. Approximately how much have I spat on RC? I've only spat on a couple of them that really made me mad. You know, other than that, you know, I generally don't spat on my RCs. When are you going to post some new machete video? You know, Craig, it's sitting in there. I've been walking by it, but I haven't actually done anything on it. You put the MX43s on it? And I haven't even opened up my diffs yet. I haven't done anything to that. So it's still, like, open diffs. You know, really loose and all that. I'm in for mere 22 grand. 2 grand. Oh, okay. Oh, as far as like how much I have spent on RC, it's enough to scare you. I'm going to tell you guys, like I've told you before, I have more RCs than anybody should ever have. I have RCs like everywhere. It's really ridiculous. I would probably say if I got every dime back. Now, granted, it's taken me a few years to do this, okay? It's not like I went out last month and got all this stuff. Oh, God, I don't even want to say the number that's on my mind. But you figure I've got over 100. Like, that X-Max right there is about 5 grand by itself. That Raminator right there is closing in on 10K by itself. And then you look at everything else. Golly, I don't even want to say it, but I'm thinking close to 100,000. And if anybody here knows my wife, do not tell her. But I've got a lot invested. A lot. All right, so we'll just pass on that topic. Let me get back on you guys here. Oh yeah, I trimmed it. The wife done my neck back here a little bit. I spat on it. I spit. Oh boy. I had a great time with the Exocaged. It was great. Awesome, Teddy. Nice to have you. For your bearings, I use a wet ride. For your bearings, I use a wet ride. A wet ride? I know I'm way behind. I'm trying to catch up. Believe me, I'm not getting a skullet. I'm going to have to compare the new Enduro IFS truck. I do not have the IFS truck anymore. Will I ever put the Raminator Fling Kings on an SCX6? No, sir. There is no need. There's no. They are so. No, I mean, you've seen them on the X-Max. They are above the X-Max. No, sir. That's a bit too much for SCX6. I stopped telling my Johnson RC, looking like I'm retarded. Yeah, I agree with you, buddy. Wet ride, ease on mountain. Okay, there is a wet ride, okay. 50 in the room. Dominic, yeah. They are a business expense now. They weren't always. You know, a way to run direct power on an X-Max. Area 51. Yeah, you could do that, but I would not. I would not run a direct power on any racer like that. It's just not worth it. The ESCs in that style vehicle are usually plenty strong enough to handle the steering. Just do a regular plug-and-play servo on that. There's no need for direct power. None. At least not in my opinion. David Smith, yeah. 5 RCs. Run out, Javier. Don't tell my wife. I won't tell anybody. Let me see your whole car collection sometime. My whole car collection. I would have to dedicate like 10 seconds max to any one vehicle. If not, you're going to end up with over an hour. If I go 1 minute, you're talking 100 hour and 40 minutes. That would be a crazy thing to go through. A crazy thing. I could possibly try to value them all and maybe go like with the cheapest up to the most expensive. But the most expensive one will have to be done outside. That's the Raminator. And I ran 4-cell stock over at 48. I believe you, Craig. I really do. What are good upgrades for the X-Max? CVDs, keep bending them. Project Mayhem, the reason you keep bending your CVDs are your landings. Okay. Yeah, I'll use this right here. You have your suspension arms, right? When you land, that suspension arm gives. Well, guess what? It pushes on the axle. The axle has to give. That's why you're bending your links, your axles. When you bend that arm, that hub gets closer to where the output is at the diff, and your shaft bends. It's kind of like when you miss and you hit like the spot without the when your suspension goes in, it actually bends the shaft, and that's what happens. Oh boy, that almost went bad. Would you ever consider selling it? Glenn, I have sold a few vehicles, but it's kind of rare. I mean, I've thought about selling maybe. It's going to sound crazy, but I've thought about maybe selling Creep 6. It's kind of thought, but it would be it would cost too much because I've got a fortune in it. Just dreadful things. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. The spoiler that came with the rustler cracked in half. Oh yeah, the spoiler doesn't do anything unless you're really going fast anyway. Yeah, Clayton, $2,000 into a build is actually pretty common. Pretty common. How China not have grease? Well, Kelly, that's pretty common. You got to open them up and grease them. You got to make sure they're maintained. These are machines. They do require maintenance. What are some good 2.2 foams? Crawler Innovations. Frankie, we ever do another big tire test with a new tire? Yep, that is on the agenda. I just got to get them done. The issue is, and I'll hear it like crazy, they all have different foams, different inserts, different wheels, different weights, different all that, and it'll kind of invalidate the test, if that makes any sense. I don't know that I have enough to actually do everything on the exact same. Maybe I do. I do have a decent little stock of user inserts. Maybe I can do, like, say, just the rear two tire. I don't know. I don't know. But it'll be a major job to try to match 4 or 5 different sets of tires up on different wheels and all that stuff. Just put rift axles under my bomber. Oh, nice. Yeah, I hope we get actually to where we can pick up and buy a race camp. That would be phenomenal. I love that thing, but I'm bending that chassis up too much. I got to put some braces on it. KTM, I did. I buzzed it myself. The wife did the trim on the back. All right, there we go. If you dedicated 10 seconds, that sounds like an ED issue. Well, that's about all it takes. Your wife kicked your trucks out of the house? That sucks. Have you pre-ordered the Max 5 G2? It's Simpson and 12S. Yes, Eric Mayer. I will have, or make color. I will, and I chose the 800 kV. And the reason I chose the 800 kV is because I know on 8S, which is way more normal for the vehicles, I'll still have plenty of speed. And 12S for when things get stupid. I can't wait to run up the Exoplex. Well, come on, Renee. I have an overpowered car, but Mamba Monster 8X and 2.5T. Okay. Zigs. Accidental insertion. Accidental miss. I'm still trying to catch up. You guys are quick tonight. You guys are quick. I get off on a tangent and I'm 20 messages behind. Man, when are the new J Concepts tire coming out that they had at BTC? Probably a month or two. Well, it should be coming out soon, I would think. I haven't heard anything from them. Trade if yours here, electric converted Raminator. Also, ooh, electric converted Raminator. That's a nice thing. All Alistair. That's a nice thing. All right. Oh, man, all right. I'm just going to start right here. I made it to the bottom here. See, Cool Hawk, 92 people, 19 likes. I've got 41 right here with 95, guys. Traction Hobby F-151/8 scale. I haven't seen that one, but I almost got the Emo. Almost picked that one up. That one kind of has my interest for some reason. With all the inflation, Raminator is out of my reach now. David Smith. Buddy, the Raminator is out of reach for a lot of people. I mean, you got to really be dedicated to the hobby to really go after a Raminator, because it's like almost $4,000 just to get one. And then once you get to it, when you start building it, it just skyrockets. BMX King, the job I left was actually a mechanic, general maintenance mechanic. I'm building a Grasshopper, and I have more aluminum than the car is worth. Yep, cool. And finally got a Losian laser nut. Sold my you sold your Typhon and bought a laser nut? Oh, well, okay. I hope that works for you. I love the videos. Keep up the killer work. Your version of a mud pit with the needles is genius. Zigs, dude, it's beautiful, isn't it? I get the mud bog and I don't have to do the cleanup. And I don't kill bearings and stuff. Clayton, I would love to see it. I mean, I'm taking it with me to Axial Fest. So I'll be at Axial Fest Badlands. I'm taking it with me. Some of the Axial guys are like, I'm going to make them drive this thing. I would love to see this. They can easily design a new chassis and make this thing perfect. I would love to see it. And they've already got everything they need. Just modify the chassis just a little bit. It would be awesome, wouldn't it? And the thing is, it's not just a body on a Rift either. That's what's awesome about it. Mir, what's up? James, what's up, man? Are the printed inserts supposed to be super difficult to put the centerpiece in? South Florida, yes. Sometimes they take some work. You got to sit there and pry on the things to make them squeeze in. So, yeah, sometimes they are difficult. What I have found is on that center ring, if you have a file and you can kind of take that edge off, it'll allow it to slide in easier. If the edge is hard and kind of sharp, it'll kind of dig in and you got to work more and hopefully not get cut. But if the edge is rounded, it'll push right in. Just kind of, you got to kind of work on it a little bit, but they will go. I'm going to 1/5 FG BMW. That's a big car for a little 800 kV. And I say little, it's a 2028 size motor. You might would have been better off to go with the big 560 in that, buddy. The new types are called the megalithic or something like that. Yeah, I believe so. Invest custom rock balance. That'd be a great project for you. You know, Frankie, I actually have an IFS Rift in there. I just haven't ever put the thing together. I've had it for almost 8 months. You know, that guy, I forget his name, but he's always putting out videos. I actually have one of his chassis in there. I just haven't put it together. Maybe I'll find some time because for some reason I'm really wanting to get on that old TLR 5B and put that MGM system in there. For some reason that's been on my brain here lately. So hopefully as time goes on and I have more time to actually get into the deeper builds, I can do that. Laser nut is nice as long as you don't have the pinion bearing issues like I had. Otherwise, when it's running, it actually runs pretty darn good. I'm trying to save for a DBXLE or Super Baja Ray. Wow, you really want to go big on that one, don't you? Just dreadful things. If you have the room to run them, go for it. They're both tough. Brand new rock course. Still more work to do. Buddy, there's always more work to do. Ziggs Vids. $400 kit and $2,000 in parts. Oh, new on the market. Yep, Tim. Chainsaw, what's up? All right, Brian White. Can you show me the Axial, your take to Axis Fest? I'm going to take probably the Pro, the Race Camp, probably the Base Camp, and probably that's it. I mean, I'm not going there to actually run and compete. I want to do some typical trails and stuff like that, but I want to get some videos and meet and greet and just do all the wonderful things that you do at an event, you know? And besides, I can only drop one at a time, and three crawlers, that's plenty. Can you show me? If Axial did similar to the Poise chassis for the race camp, that would work beautifully and not bend. That will be an interesting thing to try to do that, to make that hold up to that kind of abuse. Robbie, what's up? Frankie, you can use water-based lube for 3D inserts when they are a tight fit. Get sticky when it dries. And really, a water-based lube? What kind of water-based lube, Frankie? I'm kind of curious which kind here. James Garage, what's up? No SCX6. Oh my God, yeah. I'm glad you mentioned that. I am taking the SCX 6x6. Yeah, that's going to be going. Oh man. I got to get another set of wheels. Ooh, I got to get a hold of Arthur. Man. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. I'm glad you mentioned that. I got to get a hold of Arthur and get a set of wheels ordered. Because I'm, my SCX6 is going to be wild. Doing a 5T conversion, will it handle 12S for bashing? Yeah, it will. Just be careful on the landings. If you're landing like a little short landing and you're full throttling on your land, you'll break stuff. That 12S is wild on that thing. I would suggest maybe something big like the Max 4 560 kV. But yes, get from it. RC crawler, probably. I mean, I haven't had that one. I've had a bunch of them, but I haven't had that one. What's my favorite RC brand? buddy. Hey, it depends on who's got what's got my interest. You know, I mean, Axial, Losi, Traxxas. We know the whole story there, but I mean, all these companies, they have great products. Associated, Element, Techno. Everybody has a great product, and most all of them also have a flop. It kind of happens. I know it sounds bad. Yeah, I was kind of figuring on that one there, buddy. Would a spring steel hold up better for a frame that you bent up? Possibly. Or if it was thicker, or if it was just braced. You know, it just needs to be braced a little bit, you know? I mean, let me see here. I mean, I'm just basically bending it like right back here. You know, like that area right here, but on the other side. And that was because I had to take all this stuff off. Plus, I'm jumping it like a crazy guy. So, yeah, it's kind of one of those things. I actually did a video on that today and burnt up the servo. So I got to go back and put a servo in it now. Okay, water makes them buy a plane. I've got 2 planes, and I'm hoping to fly them again. One's just a little trainer plane, which I'll probably put that in the air. In fact, I actually got one of the batteries, a little 1S battery. See if that thing still works. Put that in the air and fly that. I mean, it's been forever since I've flown that thing. Brian, well, I do. Do I break stuff? Absolutely. I mean, how can I not break things when I jump things like a Raminator 15 feet up, you know? But anyways, yeah, I break stuff, but I'd rather not break it. Personally, I would much rather modify than repair. Now, if I happen to break something, yeah, the 8X, I did the firmware update on this today. That video will be out. It's not going to be a really good video, but it'll be something if you have one and you want to do the firmware, it'll walk you through it and give you the links down below. But like, say you break your steering wheel off. I don't want to repair the steering wheel. I want to modify it to make it a little bit better. So sometimes when I do break stuff and I go back to try to repair it, I try to find upgrade parts to go in there, because that makes it better. As in, it makes me feel better about breaking something. But I'm not out to break my stuff. That's not my goal in life, to break things. My revolver 2500 kV keeps over. Okay, buddy. If Jim Leahy, if I were you, I would not be running a 2500 kV revolver on 4S. You're spinning that thing crazy. I'd probably go with the 1800. You'll lose some wheel speed, of course, but I think it'll run cooler. Also, the 2500s are a 10 pole. I would probably go with the 1800 kV 14 pole. To me, the 14 pole is just a much smoother motor. I'm assuming you've got the Castle Micro X2 on that. I'm assuming. What's up with the FPV of the all-new radio link? I'm glad you mentioned that. I've actually got the camera right here. I've got the receiver up here too. I've got the receiver that goes on this thing. All that, you go into this. I sent them a message and they said you can actually put goggles on with this thing. So you can have a goggle FPV with this thing while you're driving. Now that's going to be awesome. And I think I'm going to have to try that. But the way this works is this goes directly to the receiver. It doesn't require the receiver or any of that stuff, but the radio will actually display it right down into here. So, but I've got to change this little plug right here to a JST, and I found out the voltage range on this is only good to like 5.2 volts or something like that. So I had to order some 1S LiPo batteries off of Amazon, and they're not supposed to be here till Friday. So I ordered some 1S LiPo batteries, and I'm going to set this up to I can just basically put it on the battery, and then I'm going to Velcro it to whatever vehicle I want. Whatever vehicle I have this, which I got two more receivers for this thing too. So yeah, this is about to go into some other stuff, and I want to start putting this into some fast stuff. So far, it's only been into the crawlers, and I want to do some fast stuff. I want to get into the gyro and adjusting that, and kind of show you guys how to set that stuff up, which currently I don't know. So a lot of times when I'm setting this stuff up, I've only been messing with it for a little while, but I'm actually getting pretty decent at it. All right, get back to you guys here. Show us right now. I promise that we live in, we don't terrain being enough bumps. Yeah, the laser nut does have a nice suspension on it. Tinkering and building, then use it. Not me, buddy. I would rather drive it. Show us right now. I don't even know what you're talking about. Showing you. Would the Rock Pirates chassis work on the race camp? Honestly, I don't know. I just had a power flicker. Hopefully, I don't lose my internet. I don't know. I mean, it might. This is the Reese one right here. It might. I'm not sure. I don't know. That's a good question. I'm going to take that back to factory chassis, though. I like the factory chassis better than that one. But that might be a good thing there. That's a good idea. I have to try that. If given a choice, kit or RTR, Ziggs, with me, I would choose a RTR. And the reason is, for me, it's more fun to open it up and see what's inside. It's like a surprise. You're opening it up. To me, it's more fun to do that than to do a kit build. Plus, the way I do my kit builds now, if you're watching the kit builds and all that, wow, I'm really getting in there on these kit builds. I'm trying to show and do a lot more in-depth on that since I have more time now, right? So it takes forever for me to put a kit together. All right, let me see here. I'm going to miss a few people. I made a mega riff with a bog hog and SCX6 wheels and tires. All that, some gear is slipping. Any idea what it could be? No idea there, buddy. Made a rift with a bog hog. Is there a slipper in there? Not sure. Maybe you rounded out a wheel hex. The landing area and took the plastic axle, saw the housing were toast. You know, the plastic housings actually did really good. I just finally landed real hard on that one side and ripped the threads out. Show us the planes. Oh, they're in the other rooms. One's in a bathroom and the other one is, I don't know, somewhere in the hallway. I never broke a steering wheel, but I do love to upgrade. Yep, absolutely. Have you done a trugified Typhon? I have not. I have not done a trugified Typhon yet. I've been fine with my Typhon the way it is. Truck Tech, what's up? Few more weeks to Axial Fest. Is it that close? No, that don't happen until like the 28th, right? I got 20 days. Oh, geez. Oh man, I got to get to work. Thanks for reminding me of that too. Oh my God, I got to get with Arthur. I got to get some darn wheels so I can make my SCX 6x6 right. Man, you guys are putting me on the rush here. My setup with low Z Razor FPV works awesome. The GT5 and a servo and follow, steering and look around on the sun. Nice job there. Yeah, I was looking at, I think Radio Link also has the full head tracking thing, all that. So that would be awesome. Nice. You get a new element. Mike, it's not really on my list right now. I do know it's on pre-order for like $300. I'm not saying I'm not going to get it, but I need to see something to make it worth $300 to me. Are you planning on getting the Cross RCWT4 rollback? That's Noe's Fast RC. No, sir, that's not on my list to get. When is the Vidavon? I'm waiting for him to ship. So I've got to send him an email tonight and get the wheels ordered so I can match my wheels all the way up. Because as it is right now, I have mismatched wheels. Where did I get the what? What motor is next for the Bandit? Man, I'm fine with that motor. But I mean, if I do go to change it up, it'll be like another 4,300, but censored. But otherwise, shoot, that MMP does great on there. I have no need to change it. I got tons of speed, power, everything. I'm fine with it. 24th. I have less than 20 days. Oh boy. SCX6 rock. Ah, Frankie, that's a good question that I have repurposed. I like the CR410 by Techno, but I never run that one. Probably the Mega Bouncer, which is like a mud truck, which currently has a locked up motor from water. Go figure, it's a mud truck, right? But I would probably say Mega Rift, which is the LMT with a Rift body on it. I really like driving that one. And I believe I have a video for the channel members right now. You have an SCX 6x6. Marcus, I'm going to soon. I hope I get it done before there. Where did I get the Land Rover kit from? Directly from BRX or whatever they are. I contacted them and I sent them some money, and here it is. So they said they were on sale right now, right? I mean, I've had it for like 4 days. I haven't even opened it yet. He said they were released on the 31st, I believe it was. Is the Axio SCX10 Pro kit worth the money? Alistair. Dude, I really like it, but if you do, don't bother with any of the chassis. Just put it together with a stock chassis, exactly the way it says. Just put it together exactly the way it says and go drive it. It's phenomenal. The selectable underdrive is awesome. Works like a charm. VMB, what's up? What is the wheelbase on an SCX 6x6? Well, you got your stock wheelbase here, and then you have a whole nother axle hanging off the back. I have no idea yet, because I haven't got the stuff in to actually build it yet. Shad, I cannot get my Rift kit to shift, even with the metal horn and Reef 99 Micro. Shad, getting that 2-speed to work correctly is a major pain in the butt, buddy. Did you do the shaving? You got to shave the fork and all that. I've got like 2 or 3 videos on the shaving and the adjustments to make inside the transmission. Stock transmission, Vidavon transmission, it doesn't matter. You got to do the same modifications to it. Look up one of them videos and see if you can make it shift. But man, really, I took mine out and I went back to just a regular straight high gear transmission. It just wasn't worth trying to deal with all that stuff in there. Oh, yeah, new axle bearings. Boom Racing. Thank you, Marcus. Boom Racing. You should do an SCX24 build. I've got a full SCX24 track out there. I mean, it's not done yet, but we're working on it. Little by little, we're building a full elevated track back there. And I have some SCX24s. What is your opinion on direct voltage servos versus BEC for 110 crawler? Okay, for a crawler, I would go direct power servo on a crawler. Just because if you go direct power, you can run any ESC you want, whether it has a good BEC in it, bad BEC, it doesn't matter. You can run any ESC you want. Normal plug and play is simple, especially if you're running something with, like, if you have a Castle BEC or a Mamba X has a good, strong internal BEC, boom, plug and play, go run, have a good time. Otherwise, I like the direct power stuff. Oh yeah, Frankie. I recently built a flatbed rocker with boom and a winch. Okay. Like a recovery truck. RC boys, what's up? James Wisecarver. Stretch an SCX6 4.5 inches and put Mega Relaminator body on it. Mega Relaminator. I'm assuming it's supposed to be Raminator. I haven't heard of a Relaminator. The SCX, now according to Arthur, the SCX 6x6 stuff, once I convert the axles to portals and all to go with that, I'll be able to just simply unbolt the extension part and bolt it back on as needed. So I'll basically have a 4-wheel steer SCX6 when normal stuff is going on, and I can put the whole rear axle on it, and I'll have it set up. I can just simply plug and play. Boom, simple, easy. And in case you are wondering, yes, it is getting 3 Beast 2000 servos. Why? The Power Hobby servo just went to crap. I mean, it really did. The motor just gave up, and it was so weak in those videos. I actually tossed it. I rarely toss servos that work. I save them for some odd reason. Shift his move with the Exo mods. Good deal, Chainsaw. Hopefully he'll find those videos and get his going too. Yep, you got to have the slot in it. You are correct, Gallon Moose. You got to have the slot so it can kind of shift, because you got that straight line of the shaft and then the arc of the horn. You are correct. So make sure Pro... Oh, yeah, Boom Racing does do those. And I have like 2 or 3 sets of the Pro Build wheels. I like those things. You should drive Demond 30 kg 05 second. Awesome track cars. Now, I will tell you this, Gijon Arnar Anderson. When I get my on-road track put in back here, I get my concrete poured, I am going to get into some of that kind of stuff. So I'm talking the low profile, high speed servos, all that stuff, the on-road. I'm going to expand my collection. Not that I need more RCs, but it's a whole different world. Like the Arlarla that I've got in there. I've got a whole bag of parts to put on that thing. I just haven't had a chance to do them yet. But I've got those. I've got another car that's kind of like an on-road, off-road-ish car to run. I want to do some short course racing, 2-wheel drive on slicks. That's a ton of fun, guys. It's kind of like when you're watching with Robbie Gordon, the stadium truck things, the pro trucks, the pro 2-wheel drive trucks. They're on the street course jumping. Man, you set up a little ramp like that. Boom, boom, and you run your 2-wheel drive short course truck. Man, it is so much fun. It's a blast. You run your slicks and just have a good time with it. That's what I'm planning on doing out there. I just got to get my dirt. I got to get my dirt first. Mega Raminator. Well, I've got the Mega tires on the Raminator right now. I got my shocks to stop leaking with that big orange O-ring thing. So the shocks aren't leaking, so I can actually keep it inside. And to bring it inside, literally on my back porch, I've got to swap from the monster trucks to the Mega tires. And then I drive that thing through my home on 12S very gently, by the way. If I was to throttle that thing up inside, it would probably make its way outside. And I don't need that. Oh my God. It would destroy my home. All right. Recovery trouble. Would a Sidewinder ESC with a 5700 kV motor work on a Techno SET? Ooh. 5700 on a Techno? Buddy, the Techno is a little bit on the heavy side. When I was racing a lot, the biggest we went was the 4300 kV Tekken 550. 5700, that's a lot. And they run a mod 1 gear, so you can end it with a 5mm bore pinion. I would probably not run that combo in there. I would get something like a Monster X 6S and maybe a 2200 or 18 or 1900 kV motor. Oh, wait. No, you're on SET. Sorry. I would still go with a Monster X just because of the weight of it. It's basically an e-buggy. But then I would go with like a 550 4300 kV Tekken, the long one, the 550 size one. Shad, what's up? Thank you, buddy. Chris, dude, you're back. The plastic slotted part bolted to the metal horn on the Micro 99. What I did on mine, Chainsaw, and I think you guys saw it, or I know you did if you watch my videos, I basically took a drill and just elongated one of the holes in a stock plastic horn, and that was enough to give me what I needed. Okay. Super Stadium trucks, that's it. And I love it when they make the corner and they're just carrying that tire up in the air. I want to do like a solid axle truck like that. but I don't want that axial Yeti. I don't want any of that stuff. I want like a scale truck. And I know Tamiya, they had one, like a little Ford Ranger. They had one a while back that was IFS front, solid rear. That would be really nice to have. But in that race level, not so much, basher level. And not like a UDR, that's a little bit big. And the Super Baja Ray 2.0, that's way big. They do got the Super Baja 1/10 scale. You got the Curie Losi, which drives like a horrible. But anyway. The Reef's gyro for drifting. Yeah, actually, I am going to test out the gyro. And if that gyro can make me drift correctly, then it's really, really good. Really good. But yeah, I do plan to test that out. That will be in the Red Cat RDS. Rudog Iris 1. Yeah, see, I'm going to definitely go into some on-road stuff, man. Craig, what's up? You ever thought about doing a super scale crawler build and see how it works? The most super scale crawler build I'm going to have is probably going to be that BRX02 right there. Is it going to go on the crawler course? Probably not. It's probably going to be more like a display model, something for USTE to just cruise around the trails and stuff down there. Just being honest, I'm probably not going to beat that one up. So it's probably going to get just a simple 1080 Crawlmaster Sport motor, a moderate servo. It's going to be a scale drive truck is what it's going to be. I'm replacing rear bulkhead in the X-Max from the bearing melting in, replacing the oil in the disc while it's apart. 20 million. Traxxas has some 20 million diff. Well, I just put that in all three of my X-Maxes. That works fine. Yeah. Paul King, he was actually out here and he was driving his X-Max and started skipping, pulled the cover off, found out that the spur gear was messed up. Well, the spur gear was actually wobbling really bad. Okay, you busted some bearings out. No, he had enough heat built up into that thing somehow that it heated up and actually melted the rear bulkhead of this thing. It melted all of this. The spur gear went far enough down. It was like a stock spur gear. It went all the way down and actually was hitting the drive shaft. That whole rear bulkhead is gone, man. I'm glad you're getting it fixed, though. Kevin Fine, what's up, buddy? Kevin, I am being reminded of things I've got to get done. And I'm also reminded that I have less than 20 days to get it done. Yeah. And then I'm going to go up probably a couple days early and stay with some family in Atlanta. Got a nice spot to just stay right there for a day. And then Axial Fest. And then I'll come back, stay for a day, and then come on home. And then my next event will be Hell's Hill. It's a RC Bouncer event that Vidavon and me are sponsors of. We're title sponsors. I'm using Outlaw Pro, Custom Stealth. Nice. I'll give it a thumbs up. Truck Tech. I've got the Dirty South UGR chassis. I got a Dirty South. It's good. Super Baja Ray. Just putting that out there. Yes, Frankie, they sure do. Why not just go the Losi Baja Ray 110? That may happen when I get my course up, because I do want to have some of that torque, but I don't want it just from not having sway bars. I want it actual axle torque. It has to torque driver's side up. If it torques passenger side up, that's just wrong. That is wrong. If you're sitting in a truck and that truck's got any motor at all in it, and you rump that gas, which side lifts? The left side, the driver's side, right? Not the passenger side. If you have a rear-mounted motor, like say a monster truck or something, then yeah, passenger side will come up just because of the torque of the motor. But I want driver's side to come up like a real scale vehicle. Oh, recently got a VS 410. Okay, chainsaw, good deal. Set of new Rift axles, STK housings, SSD, blah. Joe, but now Joe bought me the Cup and dip. Oh, yeah, I got you. Yep, flapping lips, I got you. Yep, so you should be all set up, buddy. From North Cal. All right, what's up? Captain's Coolsy. Craig Matt, do you think Traxxas is going to come out with a 4S XRT based off the Max? They might, but I don't see a reason for it. But you never know. Stranger, I am from, I'm just west of Jacksonville, Florida. Lyle Burns, what's up? Flapping lips, thanks for the fast shipping. Much appreciated. Excellent. Going to be you, 4-style rock racer, T-Rex 4 chassis. Wow, that's going to be a heck of a build, Flapping Lips. That's going to be nice. We get my TLR LMT, have my wheels and tires, body, servo for it. What diff tricks did you go with in yours? Buddy, overboard, I just put them together. I didn't do anything special with them. I just put them together like was what was in the manual. Just put them together. A lot of times, unless it's a diff, like a center diff that really needs attention, like the Red Cat Machete, you know, I just run whatever oil comes in the darn diffs. I mean, unless I'm trying for something very specific, I just run whatever's in there for the most part. I mean, heck, I haven't even changed the oil in the race camp. Yeah, it's still running whatever the stock oil is in these things. I mean, whatever it is, you know, there's nothing. Whatever it is. Simple as that. Oh boy, that truck's pretty awesome. You know, I like the base camps. I hope they expand on that line. Yeah, I hope they do. 14 days to Badlands. Man, you're killing me. You're done. 14 days to Badlands. Oh my God, you're killing me. I thought I had more time home. That leaves me 11 or 12 days. Jeez, man, you guys are killing me. I got the oil changed in my Hyundai today, so I'm good to go though. Clayton, yes, I have done backflips with the Raminator. I have had a ramp set up, dirt ramp, and I was catching backflips. Thank you, Nella. You are a bronze member. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate that. When I was doing the backflips, it's all on video, and I thought, man, I got enough juice. I can do a double backflip. And well, I go out the next day. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna double backflip this thing. I do one, not a problem. I did another one, and I was a little bit too loose on the throttle, right? And it didn't quite make the return. And so it went up. It was about right here, and the thing was stalling in the air. So I throttled it, right? And the throttle came up, and it caught about right there. I was on the throttle, and I wrung off the output in the diff. It has a little, like a diff drive out there. Boom, I wrung that off. So I actually broke that. And then I bought, man, I spent so much money at Primal, it's not even funny. But I bought all the Taylor hardened out drives and everything for it. So hopefully it'll hold up to the 560, which honestly, I think that 560 can break everything in there. I mean, I really do. It's crazy. Marcus Landry, they recommended something he don't even sell. Oh, what did I do, Chris? It was honest. I bought a motor for my Riff from him, and he. Yeah, that's true. You would not have liked that motor in there. Lyle Burns, welcome to the membership, buddy. Welcome. There should be some videos in there for you to watch, including the Raminator video. If you look at the channel and scroll down, I believe there's a whole channel member section right there. And that can have anywhere from 2 to 10 to 14 videos at a time. And some of those videos, they never make it public. They're just for channel members. And I'm hoping to do more of them. But man, I've got about 12 days to get ready for Axial Fest. Man, I got a lot to do. You know, I thought retirement would give me a lot of free time. Heck no, I'm twice as busy as I was when I was going to work. Oh man, sorry, I'm just ranting, going nuts here. All right, let me get back up to you guys here. Kenneth Joe, do you still change your own oil? Marcus, let me explain my Hyundai. It's a 2022 Santa Fe, right? I'm still under the free oil changes from the dealer, and I love it, dude. I go in, I'm like, yeah, I need an oil change, rotate the tires. I'm like, yep, it's all covered. Sweet. I like that. I really do. I really like that. Being able to go in and have them take care of that, man. Just in case, what's up? Sorry, can't stay long. Got to finish choring. Have a good day, buddy. Start counting down about 2 months to go. You're done? 2 months. Wow. That was a long 2 months for me. Actually, it was just over a year because I warned them. I was going to leave. Everybody thought I was joking. RC room. Yes. Okay. All right, let me see here. What do you think of the ISDT 90? I haven't seen the ISDT 90. I've got a couple of the older ones. They're okay. I haven't seen the new one. Yes, sir, Lyle. Thank you. Pro Scale Crawler. Thank you, buddy. My IQ Master. But you have limited due to drive shaft. Okay, I must have missed something. Any show how to change the driveline angle on the front of a TRX4. You got to adjust those links. Yep, upper link length. You can also extend the lowers, but you're going to adjust your wheelbase. Flapping lips. I spent my retirement when I was young enough to enjoy it. Gonna be working till I die. Man, you know what? Flapping lips. The thing about it is, when you're in your 20s, you'll never be in your 20s again. You'll never have the knees. You'll never have the body strength, the body resilience, and just the general toughness to go climb that mountain, to go jump off of whatever it is. Because if you wait till you're retired, you're already broken. You're not doing any of that stuff. So go enjoy life if you can. And that was one of my biggest things for trying to get out with this channel, is so I can go and do that job is the job you go to. You stay there till you're dead. That's what it is. I did not want to be that guy. Twice as fun being twice as busy. I don't know, buddy. I'll wake up about 7:30 or 8 o'clock in the morning. No alarms. I love it. But I don't get to bed till 12 or 1. And it's always editing. So it takes a while. Hey, Joe, I've made $8. Dude, $8. I remember when I first made my $8 on YouTube. It was awesome. It was like, man, I made enough to buy dinner. This is amazing. That was it, man. Can you do a SET 110 review of the top 5 trucks? Buddy, I don't have the top 5 trucks. If I did, I'd put them up side by side, but I don't have those trucks. Do I have any 4S or 6S ESC for my EMAX? Maybe a couple takeout ESCs, maybe in the bin, but it's probably like a Spectrum or something. I just kind of hang on to them a little bit. I'm retiring tomorrow morning, but my savings will have me back at work. Oh, boy. I know the feeling, Chris. Well, not yet. But don't. Man, I'm busy. I am busy, man. Craig, I'm busy. Clayton, got any tips on getting more viewers and subscribers for a YouTube channel? Just got to be consistent. You got to be consistent. If you're consistently releasing videos, you'll notice a slight uptick, a little bit by little bit by little bit. And with the RC world, it's not like a prank channel or something like that, you know. It seems those channels pop up and go boom, ballistic, and they also seem to go away just as fast sometimes. With the RC world, with a niche the way it is, it's kind of like a steady grind. You just got to grind and go and go and go. But the thing about it is,
If you don't love to do these things, don't start a channel. Because I still love to do these things. I love to drive them. And I could go from driving a 124 to a boat, to an X-Max, to a racer, to a Raminator, to a trail truck, an SCX6, whatever, all in one day. It's kind of interesting. What would you want for one, Lyle? I don't know, buddy. You'll have to send me an email or something. I have to get with you and see what I've got. And then I have to test it out because I'm going to test it and make sure the thing works. Traxxas TRX4 Sport or SEX 10.3 Base Camp. Man, Mike, what's your intentions with the vehicle? If you're going to blast it and go up hills and raise sand and all that and just jump it and have a good time, TRX4 Sport. If you want something to build a little more towards the scale side of it, go with the Base Camp. What's my choice for Arrma Typhon 6S motor ESC? Well, hold on. It is currently broken. That's where that was. Don't leave batteries in your RCs. What I have in here, oh God, I got sand everywhere. This is the Hobbywing Max 8 G2 with the 2250 kV in it. No, this is the 2500 kV, the 4S version. That runs pretty darn good. I've got the broken piece. I was trying to wall ride and got a little too frisky with the wall, and the wall won. But that's a good combo right there. You can also go Castle. Castle 2200 kV. That runs pretty good with the Monster X. Yep. That's what I would go with if you go Castle. Let me see. What would you do for one? So 1550. Okay, for Raminator. Yep, Steven, that would work. Alan, what's up, buddy? Yep, all is well right now. WD. Do you sell your stock, or did you sell your stock? I actually sent my SCX Pro to Arthur to try to get us some parts, and he is putting out some parts. He's that entire front brass axle. Whew, yeah. It gets so expensive, all the new releases. Yeah, I can't keep up with the new releases. I cannot keep up with the new releases at all. What's a good app for editing on your phone? My computer crashed. Clayton, if you have iPhone, I just use iMovie on mine. I just use iMovie. Simple as that. My body was a factor. Yep. My boat videos do the worst. You know, boat videos, they generally don't work very well for me, but they're fun. They're fun to mess with. Plane videos, when I've done plane videos in the past, they don't ever do much, but they're fun to put together. So you kind of got to think it go like that. Send an email and get with you. Yes, sir. I use UCut on my phone to edit videos. Okay, you use UCut. Is that Apple or Android? Thanks for your suggestions. If you don't break it, you're not driving it right. Well, I don't know about that, Sivart. I mean, I break stuff, but I try not to. John still, hey man, North Carolina, in the house. Great job, keep up your almost. Well, dude, thank you so much, John. I appreciate that. Thank you for being a member. Jeeper, I fought the wall and the wall won. Yeah, the wall did. Did you get another SCX6 with the Father's Day sale? No, but I was so close to clicking the buy button on that. So close. And if I was to get another one, it would be a tan one. And that would stay as a 6x6. But supposedly, I can take that chassis on and off fairly easy. So we'll have to see how that works. Hopefully it does. I was really close. I actually had it in my cart to get it, but I just didn't click the buy on it. Oh, Clayton, don't worry about that talking on camera. You get used to it. and then you get tired of hearing your voice every day. Okay, you cut this Android. I've got a buddy, he's just starting his channel out. I don't see him on here. Let's Send It RC, and he has an Android, and he has to get an iPhone. His Android is the worst at making videos. Tim's Custom RC, buy it. $10, man. I want it, you know, but I kind of want to keep, I don't know, man. It's a really good price though. And it's really good price. Stephen Herta, good question. Which do I prefer, X-Max or XRT? I prefer XRT for anything racing and handling that requires good quality handling. It'll out-handle an X-Max like easy, real easy. The X-Max though, that's just a fun basher. And Tim, thank you again, buddy. I really appreciate that. Honcho, thanks for being an inspiration for me to do it. I was putting it off, and I was getting right around the time what you're going to try an episode, then I made it. Make it happen, Craig Mack. Make it happen, because you're the only one that's going to make it happen for you. Simple as that. Oh, you did get it? Nice, Mike. Uh-huh. Yeah, he has a Galaxy something or another, and man, it is just bad. Just not in the car. Yep, a new printer. I kind of want to get a new printer too, but mine's doing all right. Oh, you got a Jeep one. Okay, nice. Yeah, Tim, he actually has my GoPro. I have a Hero 8, so I've let him take that with him so he can try to get some better video and edit and stuff like that. So I'm trying to help him get started, you know. I mean, we've been buddies for 7 or 8 years, and he sees what I've been able to do with these things on an iPhone, and he wants to do it too. So I'm like, you know what? Make it happen. And I told him, if I get new release stuff, I'll pop out a couple videos like I always do, and I'm going to let him take those videos and get some new content on his channel as well. So if I get something brand new to the market, if he has the time to make it happen, because I told him you're going to have to make the time to do this, he can put out some content on it as well. So I'm going to try my best to help him out. I mean, we hang out like almost every weekend. CapCut. Okay. I told him there are good apps on there, but his problem is his phone just simply takes bad video. And it also doesn't have the memory. Runs out. DOS RC. Yes, I'm going to get a Max 5G too. I got the 800 kV version. Yes, that will happen. Do you think belt drive or gears are better for X-Max? Steven, belt drive I've got on my 12S up there, and amazingly enough, it's surviving, but I'm not very brutal with it, if that makes any sense. I drive knowing there's a belt in that thing, and it's got a 560 kV hobby wing system in it, but it is surviving on that. But if I was to build the X-Max for brutality, I would not put a belt in it. I would not. Roach RC, I use iMovie in my phone. See, I have a buddy, he actually had the Insta360, and he made a video, like a little side video on the side of his SCX6, and man, he didn't like it. He actually sent it back. And I was like, man, I was about to buy it, and then he goes and sends it back, and I'm like, oh, well, you know how we kind of are, you know, so I did not get it. Sivart, I'll be honest with you as well on that one. I do not care for head-mounted videos. I just don't care for that style of videos. I know in certain situations, flying, if you're trying to record yourself while flying, or speed runs, you kind of got to have the video running uncut the entire time. That way you have a legit run. If not, oh, he cut it and he messed with something. You know how people get like that. So it's kind of one of those things where I know there's a need for it, but personally, I would choose a smoother video. Just me. Yeah, I've got more Vidavon on the way. I've got some Vidavon in stock. What are you after for the SCX6? I've got motor mounts. I've got servo mounts, all that stuff in stock on the website. Let me see. I've got 104 watching and 88 likes. Nice. Nice. DOS RC, good job. Jay-Z's, I don't think you can do iMovie on Android, can you? Yeah, I have Vidavon on the website for SCX6, exocaged.rc.com. See if I got what you want. Pick it up and it'll ship out tomorrow morning. What would you recommend for a battery? I go through batteries every month in my Mojave. The Mojave is a major amp hog. It's a heavy vehicle. It requires a lot of batteries. Honestly, I don't know what to tell you on that. If you're running your Mojave hard all the way down to LiPo cutoff, maybe you need to kind of feel the vehicle. And as soon as you can feel it doesn't quite have the power it had before, stop. Change the battery. Because maybe you're pulling the batteries down too hard with that system. Because that thing pulls a lot of amps. It's a big, heavy truck. So, I don't know what to tell you on batteries, man. Batteries are expensive, and I wouldn't want to tell you something you go out and throw down $200 and it lasts a month with you, you know? I wouldn't want to do that to you. Nella RC, quick question. What is the body behind you? That is the new Raminator body for me. Would you guys like to see it? Probably hard to tell just how big it is. I can actually fit in this thing. Yeah, they did a great job on this thing, didn't they? Check that out. Yeah. Hey, you can see some of my cars hanging up. It's a Techno Truggy, a Techno Buggy. That blank spot is where the Typhon 6S is. There's my Radix 6, and there's my Traxxas Max. Haha. There are my tools. Hey, look, there's you guys. Yeah, this thing is awesome, man. Make it stay. Feels kind of on edge. Am I going to do anything more with the Nightcrawler? Probably not going to mess with the Nightcrawler anymore. I'm going on with the Hero 8. Yeah, I agree. I got the Hero 8. The members they're all uploaded the same, 1080, 60. I don't see why they would be a different quality than what goes out. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe the settings are different on your computer. Like, you know, you can choose the resolution. They're all uploaded in 1080, 30. I would do 4K, but my home internet is crap. Honestly, it would take, I don't know, 4 hours for a single video in 4K. I've tried it before, and it's really bad. LiPo batteries in the controller. That is both good and bad. And the reason is, it's good because you can recharge them. You're no longer buying AA's. It's bad if you're out somewhere and your battery dies and now you can't put some AA's, as where you could carry AA's in your pocket and you're good to go. So it's good and bad. What do I think about the Fire Team? I actually have a Fire Team, and I personally think it's a plenty good vehicle. It just never really caught on. Yeah, the Dodge Raminator. Yes, sir. Dark. Oh, man.
Who did the wrap? The wrap was put on by Robert Pezza, Scale Rat, and the wrap was actually made by Darkside. And let's see, Darkside Industries, Darkside. Let me see here, but Darkside. They actually have a template. So Robert designed it, sent it to Darkside. They put it on the wrap, and then they sent the wrap back to Robert Pezza, and he applied it. I'm trying to get all that out correctly. Try not to mix up the names and stuff. What is the plan with the clone? The clone is still sitting there. I'm actually going to use the transmission, the gears and all for a new build. I'm going to do the Dr. Kleimenstein build, and I'm still waiting on the axle housings to come in. When the axle housings come in, then I'll be able to get those set up. I've ordered the GRC axle housings, and I'm just waiting for them because there's a different steering design on them. And I really want to have that design on there. I still got to buy all the TRX4 internals, and I'll just put the sport internals. There's no need to have selectable lockers on it. And just go with that. Live chat does take up bandwidth, but I mean, it's like right now, I can't go searching on the internet. I can't go looking up pictures or anything like that because it'll actually mess it up. Do I do any racing? I saw the Techno in the background. I used to race a lot. I used to race at like 2 or 3 different places. And then my local track, the owner, I was the race director at our local track. I built the track, me and my buddies did. And the owner of the hobby shop, which were on their land, ended up squandering his money. I think I'm not going to get into that, but anyway, he ended up selling out, and that's how we lost the track. So do I run those? Every now and then I do. I have a MyLab decoder, everything, because we do racing back here, but it's a different kind of racing. Looks like I can use iMovie on my iPhone. Oops, I said Android. Okay, there you go. Yep. If you can do iMovie, you can do cut, paste. You can picture in picture, video in video, picture in video, whatever you want to set up on that. So it'll actually it's actually a really good app. When am I going to come out with a new Rift video? Not really sure. I guess I need to see if that thing still runs, huh? Will you make videos with boats? Your advice got my ecto climbing well. Nice. Travis, I got a Pro Boat Sonic Wake. Hoping you go. Hey, I've got a Sonic Wake as well. And actually, tomorrow evening, I'm supposed to be going over to my buddy's place. And get this. I'm taking the Sonic Wake. I'm taking the Losi LMT TLR. I'm taking the Raminator. And also the little FMS monster truck. So tomorrow evening, I'll probably get some boat videos tomorrow. Maybe some Ram stuff. I don't know. There's not really a lot of area to run the Rams, but we will. But I don't know. We'll have to see. Maybe I can get some boat videos. He actually has 2 of the Bill Oxidine boats, and they're supposed to run like 100 miles an hour. So yeah, we might be getting something. We make video boats. Your advice? I'm an OSCX 10. We works really good. I was a couple of TRX 4s. I'm buying an SCX 6. How was the drive? Man, the SCX 6 is awesome. It drives completely different. It's huge. It drives great. Get the Honcho. I prefer the Honcho. The weather, how did the weather turn out for you guys on Saturday? I finally had to head out at the No Limits World Finals. I do have some video footage, but honestly, the footage that I was able to get is really horrible. So I probably won't even put that up. Maybe I'll put it up for members, but it's kind of bad, honestly. The puller stuff was about the only thing I got that was usable.
Yeah, 10,000 milliamp battery would be too much for my Mojave to handle. If it fits, Robert, put it in there. It's just going to add a lot of weight. Good deal, Jeeper. Good deal. DOS RC, go back to work, buddy. Get it. It sucked. Cold, wet, and miserable all day Saturday. And then thunder and lightning. Oh, man. So, Robert, I guess I didn't miss much, did I? Man. That stinks. You plan one day out of the whole year, and that's what happens on that one day. I was fully prepared to camp, stay out there, and do the whole 9 yards. But, man, the weather just was, yeah, like you said, it just got rough. So I took the opportunity and bailed. What the best part was, Dennis Anderson was doing the cooking at the grill. So, yeah, Dennis was back there. When I found out he was cooking, I wanted to order everything. But I just ended up with the Philly cheesesteak, breakfast biscuit, and I got the big Polska kielbasa sausage. Yes, Minnesota Cowboy. I have heard about that. I have seen all the fires that just popped up in Canada. How do they just pop up out of nowhere? A nitro catamaran balsa boat. Well, go for it. I also have the RC lawnmower I need to try to rekindle. Get that thing fired up again. I think the motors are probably messed up by now. It has a Titan 775 motor on each of the Power Wheels gearboxes, and each motor is run by a single 1060 ESC. They work unless you get too crazy with them, then they shut down, they overheat. Yes, sir, Mike. All those parts like that are interchangeable. All right, Robert. Yeah. Post them up in the Facebook groups. Are you a part of Exocaged RC? There's a Facebook group and a Facebook page. I had that Philly, Robert. That thing was good, wasn't it? I was totally blown away by that, man. Yes. See, I was sitting there. I was ordering, talking to the lady right there, and then I saw, like, what the heck is that behind her? And man, it was the legend himself. I'm like, no way. I thought he was back there just supervising at first, just checking in, checking on, making sure everything's going well. No, he was the cook. It was pretty darn awesome. I also did the ride monster truck as well. And the whole time I'm in the back of this thing and we're going through the woods, I'm sitting there thinking, man, if he hangs a tire up on one of these trees, that's going to hurt. But hey, he didn't have any issues. I've been trying to race on a local 8-scale track for months, and every single weekend it has rained. Georgia. Yeah, buddy. Where at in Georgia, Roach? When I go up to Georgia, I usually stay in Ackworth, and I stay there for a day with family and stuff like that. Then I go on to, like, say, Cherokee Rock Village or Beat the Creek, or in this case, very soon, apparently, I go to Indiana for Axiofest. RC Crawler, I do have some desert lizard shocks. They're okay. Not really my thing, though. Dude, the AA day, man, I was completely shocked. It was awesome. You live in Ackworth too, Roach? Okay, there's a track, and look, how far away from Ackworth is this track? And is it open during weekdays? If it's open during weekdays, man, and if it's close to Ackworth, heck, I might need to go visit this track. Where was I at? I was in North Carolina, and I went past a few tracks or a few hobby shops. I wanted to stop in, but the thing is, when I go to a hobby shop, I can't leave empty-handed. I'm always getting something. Even if it's my local hobby shop, I don't leave empty-handed. I might be going in for paint, and I end up buying a whole vehicle. Guess that's just what happens, isn't it? Okay, is it open during the weekdays? Like say I get up there on the 22nd, right? And I had the 23rd to spare. You know, all my family's out on their jobs and I'm sitting back doing nothing, which that never happens because I'm always editing or something. And then I could go do the track. Maybe I could break the Techno out, go do some laps. Jeeper, yes. When it comes to crawling, man, crawling is crawling. It's just different though. You don't have that feeling of like, man, this is gonna hurt. You're like, oh, that hurts the car. But no, if you're in it, because I used to wheel for real too. I actually hosted events, Southeast Tough Trick Challenge. I had Four Wheeler Magazine, Robin Stover, Toby Lavender from TTC. The Mega Titan came all the way to Florida for this event that I hosted. Like I said, I've been in magazines, been on Extreme 4x4, all that stuff, and it was awesome. But it got to be too much of a job. So I parted out my truck and decided to go back into RC, in which I was going to be the guy to just simply, you know, pay $10, go drive at your place and go home. How's that worked out? Dude, you made the playoffs? Nice. Addicted? Heck yeah. DM the owner, Mark Moon, about it. Usually if it's dry and you drop him a cool $15, he'll let you on. Oh, sweet. Pretty much only weekends. Okay. Hey, I'm $15. Done. That's easy. Does he have he has a whole shop and everything, right? I can go into the whole shop and everything. That would be cool. The problem is I'm going to buy something. I guarantee it. I never just walk into a shop and not buy. There's always something. Dan, what's up? Kurt, hey, buddy. So, I did show you guys the green Creighton 12S, didn't I? If not, I'm going to show it to you right now. Partly because it looks like I've got a little bit of a break here. Just a track, so you don't have their own shops on race day. Okay, so it's just a track. Okay. I've around 45 years, fabricate for Jeep community whole life. Love it. Yeah. So I'm going to show you guys the 12S. Since it looks like we got a little bit of a break in the comments here. I haven't made any further than what I did last week, though. Yes, I'm coming to Axial Fest Badlands. God dang. This is my 12S Creighton. Yeah. It's wild. I still got the brace to put across the top of it. But yeah. And the name Shrek actually works pretty good with this thing, doesn't it? Woo! That thing, it is nice. Man, it's got Vidavon everywhere. Even the ring and pinions, Vidavon, spur gear, mod 1.5. Now the gears in the transmission are factory. The axle shafts here are factory. RPM arms, which I'm not sure exactly how those are gonna. I don't know. That might be a problem. But regardless, here it is. And I'm not planning to really beat on it, but I'm going to give it a run. And it's going to get the 12S 560 kV. That's what it's going to get. And it is flat beautiful, isn't it?
Gotta put oil in the shocks.
Oh, man. All right. Flapping lips, that is a Creighton 8S, which is going to be a legit Creighton 12S very soon. Well, I'm not putting the sides on it. I'm going to keep it open in there. But I got a brand new green body for it as well. So yeah, it's getting a brand new green body. Is it okay to bring by part of the 24 track, Thomas? Absolutely. Actually, Tom, David is going to be here tomorrow at about 10 o'clock to put the little turn end up on it for the 124 track. So yeah, come on out, dude. Tomorrow about 10 o'clock, Dave will be here. Come rolling up and we can run some things. Nella, it's gonna be nasty. It's gonna be nasty, but it'll be like my X-Max up there. Just something that beautiful. That's about it. Did I ship something out? Oh yeah, I did. Some Din Din from Chin Chin. The Exoplex is just west of Jacksonville, Florida, in a little place called Middleburg. Well, I have no idea if I'll be there during a race weekend. If I'm coming up to Ackworth, it's because I've got another event going on, or like it's Christmas time or something like that. I mean, I got family that lives in Ackworth, so what's it? 233. I'm trying to think of the address. I can't think of the name of the road, but anyway, they're over by the something connector is what they call it. 7 Seas connector, seven Hills connector, something like that. They're around that road in that area of Ackworth. Seven Hills connector, I believe is what it's called, or the 7 Seas or whatever, something like that. What is my favorite vehicle to run at the moment? At the moment, I've got to say, yep, RC Mad Labs. Haha. He actually did the coating on the shocks, and I've got to send him some other pieces to get coated too. The top pieces on the front arms, I forgot to give those to him. But yeah, if you guys need custom powder coating, RC Mad Labs could be your guy. My favorite vehicle to run at the current moment, believe it or not, is this. The Deluxe Fab MOA. I've got Fusion 2300s at both ends. Reese 777 direct power servo right there. I just got the new loaded dice put in here. You can see how that is down into the tire. So I just got those put in. This thing climbs like a dream. So yeah, this is my current favorite crawler to drive. And I got a feeling if I get back into competition, like if I ever do a ECC or something like that, I'll take this. And which, speaking of that, I'm actually trying to justify Super Shafty. I believe that's in Maryland. Now that's a long drive, but I mean, Attica, Indiana is a long drive too, right? I've got family in North Carolina, so I've kind of got on both of the big stretches. It works out perfectly. I've got family about halfway up for most of the stuff, even though Attica is not halfway, but it's still closer. Same with North Carolina, so I don't know. I'm kind of thinking about the whole Super Shafty thing, but if I do a competition at that level, whoa, this is the only way that I can compete and actually accept the reverse penalty that Sorka puts on them. Because with this, I can understand the reverse penalty. With a scale truck, I just can't. There's no way you would ever take a real truck off-road and not be able to reverse, would you? And the scale trucks 1, 2, and 3 are supposed to be representative of real trucks, correct? And if you look at that, I mean, heck, my real truck, it had dig on it. My real truck, I could do a overdrive, underdrive, all that stuff on it when I had that. But this right here really has my attention. Really does. There's no scene for it around here. There's nothing around here though. But this is awesome. I like it. There's no scale points, no BS with it. It's just this. And if you're rolling with the guys from Deluxe, get ready because they're going to give you hell and you give them hell. There's a fun group of guys to hang with, let me tell you. Fun group of guys to hang with. Jay-Z's, I have not started painting anything. Not even a little bit. My LMT still has the ugly yellow body on it. That had to use some. Gotta run, brother. All right, Jeeper, catch you later, buddy. Have a good one. Did you like the stock motor and ESC and the tracks of Sled, or did you change the system? In my opinion, Daniel, the stock motor and all was fine. It just got a little coggy when it got warm, but other than that, it's got plenty of power. Go drive it and have a good time. Yep. Looking for a good crawler tire. What do you recommend? 30% nitro. Huh. Well, okay. I've got two crawlers on the table right here. The tires are both by Proline. They're both really good. Here we have the Proline crawler. This servo is actually dead. It died in today's video. It's a stock servo. I actually made a stock servo die. So the Proline crawlers, the Proline trenchers right here. Really good tires. The J Concepts Tusk and the J Concepts Landmines. And also the Duratrax Fossils are really good tire as well. Those are my go-to tires at this point in time. Yep, that's them. Man, anything can challenge the RC vehicle. It's just, it has to be doable though. Marcus, it might be, buddy, but dude, they're cutting jokes back on each other, and I'm just kind of like the outside guy looking in, but I'm like, those are the guys to hang with because it's awesome. It's fun, ripping jokes on each other, and that's a good time. That's the way we compete when we do our events at the Barbarian Scaleplex and all that. We're out there cutting jokes. We're having such a good time, and that's what it's about, you know, in my opinion, us having fun. Painted 1/24th track. Yeah, we'll see how it turns out. Yeah, there you go. Trenchers. What are you at heart, a crawler or a basher? Oh, what am I, a crawler or a basher? Buddy, I'm both. But if I had to eliminate all but one particular genre of RC, I would still have all my crawlers. As crazy as that sounds, because I love the racing, I love the bashers, I love all that stuff. You know, I mean, $10,000 Raminator body, not the body, but the whole truck. You know, if I wasn't into that, I wouldn't do that, right? But yeah, I would still have my crawlers. The IFS front and rear monster truck. Yeah, that's the T-Max, I think they call it. And from what I've seen of it, well, I guess it works, but it just doesn't, I don't know. It just doesn't seem to be quite right. Have I seen the IFS? Oh, yeah. So X-Max versus XRT, which one wins? If you're talking about performance, the XRT is gonna take care of the X-Max quick. The XRT just outhandles it in every possible way. Better center of gravity, all that. When you start talking about fun, backflips, just bashing around, then at that point, the tables turn. The X-Max takes the win, in my opinion. Vented or not, I vent my tires because if I'm going to spend the money on a nice 2-stage foam or an anti-foam or a Yizzer insert or something like that, I want that insert to work like what I paid for versus having the air pressure affecting it. You're inside 70 degrees, you put these tires together, they're sealed. You go outside right now and it's 100 degrees on the surface. Guess what? That tire pressure is going to expand it, and you basically aren't really getting your money's worth out of your inserts. That's why I vent my tires. Now, on like a X-Max or a racer that I'm going to put on my dirt track, I seal the tires up because the sand will get into the vent holes and it will actually really destroy it. Now, I have some that are vented in the tread, and those actually get the sand out of them. So those do okay. But if it's vented in the wheel, on a track, or anything I'm going to put on the water or something like that, seal them up because that water sand will get in there. I actually did a video where I had a set of tires off of, I believe it was the Radix 6, and I poked holes in them, and the sand was like an hourglass, just kept falling out of them. They were full of sand. All right, Jeremy Watkins, what's up? Am I bringing Vidavon to Badlands? I am not listed as a sponsor or a vendor at Badlands. However, if I do have something and you want me to bring it and we can take care of it on our own unofficially, yes, I will bring parts. Absolutely. What's up? Reese is here, dude. We were talking about your drift gyro, and I told him that if it makes me decent at drifting, then it's really good. Yeah, we were talking about your gyro earlier, man. You know what? I forgot to mention when we were talking, I needed to get more of them 99 micros from you. So I guess I need to get a hold of you or something and send you some money and get some 99. I need like 3 or 4 of them. Just a couple that I need like right now because I'm swapping 99 micros around. So I need to fill those spots completely and then put some in the bin. That way I've got them for who knows what. That's going to be my game plan, to try to keep those servos and stuff in stock. Because if I have a build going and I have a servo in stock, I'm going to use it. All right, Super Swamper TSL SX. Okay, 30% nitro. If you're running the stock foams in there, yeah, those are actually a really soft foam. Unless you have a really light vehicle. See the XRT race conversion. I haven't seen an XRT race conversion. To me, it's fine as it is. Jacob, you want to see a tug of war between the 12S X-Max and the 12S Raminator? Buddy, that isn't even close. That's not even a challenge. I could probably hook up all 3 of my X-Maxes and my XRT, and it still won't pull the Raminator. It's that much bigger, heavier, and stronger. So, I mean, heck, you can take a SCX6 and tug a X-Max backwards with that. So, I mean, that's been done by a few different guys. When I get my concrete pad poured, yeah, I'm going to be doing some tug of war. The reason I don't tug of war on dirt is because the dirt that I have here, you start here, the tires are going to dig, 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 and you got nothing. If I have a good surface, then the tug of war, we can see what happens, you know. How's Thor? Thor is doing just fine. It is sitting on that shelf, living the good life. RC Crawler, you know it, buddy. Got a 179 micro, and I bet that is pretty nice. I got a 179 micro in something. I think I've got it in one of the little Larlo cars. I think that's where my 179 is. Recreation. Well, buddy, you know how to fix that, right? Yeah, Jay-Z's, exactly. The Raminator is a monster. I mean, there's no way. I mean, I when I first got it, I think it had the gas motor in it at the time. I held it, and even though the gas motor was weaker than dirt, it still had enough to pull. And man, I got covered in dirt so fast, even with the gas motor. Now 12S, yeah, that thing. And for all the channel members, if you're looking and you see the video, you got to keep in mind the Max 4 ESC, the punch is turned down to 1. It's got the minimum punch available on that thing. When you punch it to go, it'll take off, and then you'll see it just start picking up a wheelie probably about 15, 20 feet later because it's just rolling in the power. So yeah, about 20 feet rolling, it will actually wheelie. If I was to turn that thing all the way up to 100%, it would probably just break something. Roach RC. Hey, thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. Very true, flapping lips. Most of my servers are read today. Got one of shifts in my bomber at the moment. I have a shift servo as well. Don't tell Reese I got one. I don't know if he's still on or not. He might still be here. Usually he pops in and leaves pretty quick. I have no idea where the kitty is right now. What did you do with the gas motor and the Raminator? It is on the table out in the shed. I have done nothing with it. Jack Frost, poor thing. I'm going to have to save up and get a Reese microservice. Man, I tell you what, the 99 micro is what I use in all my digs, all that stuff. And a couple of my 124s. I've got the Reese 99 micro in that one. It's just a phenomenal. And the 179 is even better, which is kind of hard to believe, but it actually is. So, Jack Frost. Cheapest way to do a 12S DBXLE without all the VITA on. Okay, the cheapest way to do a 12S DBXLE will be to put in the new Max 5 ESC 12S. Put that in there. The stock motor is like a 780 or 800 kV. That will take 12S. I mean, the 800 kV Castle takes it. The 800 kV Hobbywing takes it. So, yeah, it'll take it. You may have issues with it a little bit later, but the issues you're going to have with it, and I'm going to tell you right now, are the bulkheads, the front and rear bulkheads. The plastic, unless you've upgraded those to any kind of metal bulkhead, anything is better than stock. It's not going to hold the ring and pinion together. As soon as you load it, the pinion is going to pull away from the ring gear. When you're up in the air and you hit the brakes, it's going to pull away. So you got to secure those bulkheads in your DBXLE. At that point, you can run just about anything you want. Oh, I got a little gas motor turning into a generator. No, Marcus, it's too loud. I have a nice generator, a really nice one with a key fob. I can remote start. I think it's a 3700 watt inverter. Yeah, it's beautiful. And I got a note for that, and I got to get that out when I left my job. I'm totally legal. They gave it to me, I promise you. And that thing is nice, man. Joe Girding, I'm just getting one right now. I've got the one with the 800 kV. That's the one that I pre-ordered. Hopefully I get it soon. But yeah, the 800 kV is the one I chose. And the reason I chose the 800 kV is because I know it's going to be plenty fast, plenty good on 8S as well. 8S is a lot more user-friendly. 12S is something you put in when you want to get stupid. So, yeah, that's what I did. If I had to choose another motor, I would have probably chose the 650 kV. If I was to do like, say, well, I guess you could do, well, I don't know if that would be right for the DBXLE. The DBXLE is a big amp hog, so you really got to have some power to make that thing work right. The 650 would probably work fine if you're going to just constantly 12S a Creighton. For Reese or Shift for Reese or shifts for a servo and a 2S in my crawler. Very good for servo power or power off a battery. Most of your direct power servos are best on 3S. There's a few like the 888, which is good on 4S, but I just do the 3S. Most of my stuff is running the Fusion Pro, and that's limited to 3S, so that's just kind of what I stay with. So the 777 is my go-to for a direct power servo right now. Too geek to be chick. Yes, I sure have. I had to wake up early this morning to go get my oil change. Like an idiot, I picked a 7:45 a.m. oil change appointment to go get my oil done. I'm like, why did I do that? I had to use my alarm this morning. It was horrible. God, it was horrible. Oh. Later, buddy. Hello from Argos, Indiana. Trevor, are you going to be at Axial Fest? I'll be there. So, Joe, you got all 800 kVs? I would have got at least one 650 in there just for the heck of it. I mean, heck, you could probably take the 650. If you look at the Raminators, like the Fine Designs one, that's just a 2028 water cool motor. You could probably put the 650 in that and be fine. But then you'll need the Johnny Crash direct drive system for it, because the 500 kV that Fine Designs does is like has a different output on it for the clutch. I kind of like the clutch system in all honesty. I don't want to train any puppies. What did South Florida say? What did I miss? What did I miss here? South Florida must have done something good. I missed it. I don't see it. Oh, well. Oh, there. Oh, 4-month-old puppy. Yeah. No, sir. I'm good. Got to go. Axial Fest. Yes, sir. See you at Axial Fest. Mike Rainey. Nope. Be doing oval racing. Oh, okay. 12S Creighton, 12S DBXL, 12S X-Max versus the 12S Raminator. There's going to be broken parts, Jacob. And the broken parts will be... It will be in the Creighton and the X-Max. Even before those parts break, the Raminator is going to have the win. Just my thoughts. The Raminator, if you guys have never seen a Raminator, they are so massive. Okay, you got, this is a Raminator body right here, in case you guys are kind of unfamiliar with the Raminator body. Okay. This is a brand new Creighton 8S body right here, right? This is the front half of a Raminator body. Just the front half, not the bed. Look at that, okay? The Raminator is huge. It's ridiculously huge. The front half of a Raminator body. See if I can find something else to kind of show you guys here. Element Ecto. It's huge. And it's heavy. It's a big deal, the Raminator. Really big deal. What's next for the channel? I guess the next big change for the channel will happen when I get my on-road stuff done. And I'll be able to start testing foam tires, tug of wars. I want to do a rolling sled using the drag brake on the motor. Maybe the Raminator could do that. But I want to set it up. If I do like a pull sled, we did this years ago with the, I used a drag brake on a HPI Savage Flux. And we had a tug of war, not a tug of war, like a sled pull. And all I had was the drag brake on the motor, on the Savage, and we were pulling it. So the harder you pull, the harder the drag brake pulls. It was actually pretty neat. And I'll probably end up doing something similar to that. I could do the Raminator, I could do the X-Max, I could do any of those heavy vehicles. And if you got enough of a puller, you can actually drag the X-Max, skid the tires, which I think would be awesome to see. All right, flapping lips. Jeremy Watkins, you're right. It is like a mini four-wheeler, isn't it? What's the competition between 12S? There really isn't, Ghost. You want my 8S Outcast? I think I drove that the other day, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Do I ever try to reinforce my bodies? I've done that in the past, and that will make them live longer, but it won't stop them from cracking. So they will still crack and get messed up, but they'll live longer, if that makes any sense. You want my 8S Outcast. See, we might could work a deal on that. That would be this thing right here. But you got to look at what's in this thing. And see, I was kind of thinking about putting the new Max 5 system on this. This has the M2C crusher chassis. This was an actual Creighton. So that's the reason for all this right here. Okay, XLX2. I believe the 1100 kV is in here. We got Vidavon bulkheads, front, back, Vidavon towers, Vidavon hubs, knuckles. Am I losing more sand? Yeah. And I believe I've actually got a stock servo in this thing right now. But this is quite the beast. I mean, but I'm sure we could work something out with this, but just be ready. It's a beast. And that 1100 kV will stand that short wheelbase thing up like it's not even there. All right. Can't get over that Raminator. That Raminator body, it is nice, man. Mike, so you saw the video, right? Where I actually have it in the sun and seeing everything change, the reflective of it. Yeah, it's beautiful. Tom, yes, it said that it's 80 pounds. I have not put it on a scale to actually weigh it. I'll tell you guys what I want to do with it for some reason. I want to take it to a public park when I get the body put on it, right? I want to take it to a public park. I'll put it on, I believe the Max 4 can go to 6S, I believe. If not, I'll put 8S on it, and I'll turn the throttle EPA down to like 25%. I just kind of want to drive it through the park and just get people's reactions to it because it's massive. I think that would be awesome. The only thing is, with the channel being the way it is, I would have to physically record them giving me permission to use their likeness and all that on the channel. If not, I had to start blurring out faces. But I mean, I would love to do that just because, I mean, the other thing with that, if you got a truck like that and you're just idling around with it, you know, granted, it's really quiet right now, you know, but, you know, kids just get all over this stuff. And I think it's fantastic, but that's not something I'm going to show on the channel. So if I go out there to do that, I might video some of it, but you guys won't get to see all of it. I'll probably put like all the good stuff for channel members. And then like the adults that say, hey, yeah, I'm fine with it. I can show those to the public. But anybody that, you know, all that will be just channel members only. It'll be like a special cut for channel members. I think that would be awesome to see. Mr. Fish, do you know if the Bomber will be a good start for a trail and crawl build? Maybe put it into a Rancho build. The Bomber would be okay if you gear it correctly and drive it correctly, like for the trail. If your trails are, you know, distance trails where you're moving and all that, the Bomber may work out fine for you. The Capper will be okay as well, though. Head. I'm here. Yeah. And if I would have had my Raminator done at the No Limits World Finals, I'd have tried to. Oh, my AC just kicked on. I would have tried to put it on the sled just to see if I could have got the pull, which I think would have been phenomenal in all honesty. Yeah. There we go. Turn that noisemaker off. On the new Vidavon LMT, are they compatible with the original Vidavon axle housing? Yes, double A. Yes, they bolt right up to those axle housings. Red Knives, what's up? I'll pull 3 radio flyer wagons with kids and then with mine. Such an awesome. I imagine so. Joe, when you do that, do you put the low gear set in so you don't stress the vehicle, or do you just run it with whatever's in it? I have yet to change the gearing on mine. It seems to be perfectly fine. I mean, I guess I could put the low gears in it. The low gears may actually work okay, but then again, it does fine as it is. The rim was just huge. I have to see it to believe it, kind of thing. Nella, that's the thing. Seeing it, that's the thing. I do have the UTB 18. It's somewhere around here. I think, it's out there. I could probably run something with it. And I haven't done anything with it since the last video, though. Oh, trust me, Clayton, it would absolutely pull my big fat butt around. It would do it with ease. High clearance chubs on the TRX4. See any difference? You're talking about the ones like the GRC where they come in high clearance and all that. Yeah, they hang up on fewer objects. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so yeah, the stock 1-to-1 gear set. Yeah, I haven't changed mine out either. I haven't felt a need to change it. Just it gets the job done. Oh man. We made 2 hours this time, didn't we? Woo! You guys were active as crazy today. Man. All right, so I guess I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up so I can take care of some other business and try to get this other kit build done. If I get this other kit build done, then I'll be able to start on that kit right there. Yes, Marcus, you guys actually kept me here past 2 hours. It slacked up a little bit, and I was like, "Oh man, I guess they're done for the night." Then you guys kicked it back off. So, but anyway, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up. You guys have been awesome. Welcome to the channel membership. 2 of you guys, Nella, and who else was it that came in as a channel member tonight? Let me see if I can scroll back up here. I don't think it was Mike. I remember Nella. Gotta go back up here. I'm forgetting the second one that came up as a channel member tonight. Will. Sorry. All right, buddy. Yeah, man. I'll catch you guys later, and I'll see you tomorrow morning, bright and early, 5 o'clock. Marcus, there it was. I will be sleeping when this video comes up. I'm not planning to get up till about 7:30 or 8 o'clock, maybe 8:30. I'm not exactly sure. It'll eventually happen, though. But I know to finish this kit build up is going to probably take me till at least midnight tonight. And it sounds crazy because you can typically put a kit together in 2, 3, 5, or 6 hours for the bigger kits. When you're videoing and getting down and setting up and all that, it triples and quadruples the time. But in the end, it's totally worth it because I can. If you're building the kit and you get into a spot you can't figure out, maybe my video can help you. So that's what I'm going for. So, and it'll be the same way with the BRX02 as well. So guys, hopefully you guys have a great one, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Next Tuesday, I should be good for another live. So you guys be good, have a great one, and I will catch you guys later. Savage Life. I've got to build the BRX02, and I can't tell you what the other current kit build I'm doing is. You'll see it soon. All right, guys, catch y'all later. Have a great one.